So hi everyone. So today I thought I'd take you on one of my photo walks and share with you, my thought process in taking some pictures and hopefully give you a few tips along the way. And today's photo walk, I've been to this location 1,000 times and I've taken, just about every cliche picture of the area that, is semi-interesting. But today, photo walks really for me now are about challenging myself to become a better photographer. And, one of the most common tips to improve your photography or challenge yourself in photography is to just use one lens. So today I brought just my 45mm f1.8. All right, so I kind of stopped at this location because I found these leaves over here, and there's not a lot going on, okay, otherwise, because it's the end of fall, and all of the colors are mostly gone. All that's left is like this very stale green and browns and yellows. So there's not a lot of color, so I have to kind of look for things that are contrasty, I think. So, right down here I found these leaves that have, really interesting contrast. The tops of the leaves are a very dark brown, and then underneath is almost white. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So let's see what I can get with my 45mm. All right, here are the leaves I was talking about, and you can see I really like the contrast on these. Let's see if I can get anything to happen here. Okay, as you can see, I found this tree here. It has some red and green leaves on it, which are contrasting. I think the green are from some kind of vine, but let's see what kind of picture I can get. Ever since I started vlogging a little more often, I've been looking for the perfect vlogging camera. And this is kind of interesting, this tree that fell down. I'll try and get some shots here. But I found this channel that I really recommend you check out. It's called Camera Conspiracies. And the guy on there, I forget his name, but he is on a quest to find the perfect vlogging camera, and he tests out a lot of different cameras. He'll just go to the camera store and test them out, or he'll watch like 1,000 reviews online and then talk about what he found from these reviews. He's like doing a review of reviews. But when he's testing out cameras, when he actually has one in his hand, he tests them out like nobody's watching, because I've done thousands of videos like his. All right, so the squirrel scared the crap out of me. Okay, it's smooth. It's not like painfully obvious.
No, not really.
So is this light behind? But I never publish them. My God, I do them just for myself, just to see how they work. And then once I come to a conclusion, then I might publish something that's a little more structured and a little more polished. But this guy, his videos are raw. And I think that's what makes them so great, actually. I mean, I'm just happy if he gets dressed for his video, because sometimes he's just sitting there with no shirt on. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let me look at this tree over here. Let me take a look at this pine cone here. The light's kind of hitting it kind of from an angle, which gives some good shadows, I think. I grabbed some leaves and just kind of laid them on a pine cone underneath these pine cones here, because I just want the color from it. Let's try this shot here. You know, another one of the cameras that, you know, going back to the vlogging thing, was the Canon M50. A lot of vloggers have switched to that. You know, like Eric Rossi and Thomas Heaton, they use that Canon M50 for all their vlogging. And, you know, I was really impressed with that camera to some degree, because, you know, you have the APS-C size sensor, you have, you know, the dual pixel autofocus, the flippy screen, the mic jack, all the ingredients for the perfect vlogging camera. And every time I look at that camera, I'm blinded by those specs, and then it occurs to me, oh, and this is why I don't buy that camera, is there's no in-body stabilization. You know, even this Pen PL8, which right now is the perfect vlogging camera for me, because I mean, look how smooth this is when I'm walking. It's really nice, that in-body stabilization. I kind of like this row of rocks here. Another camera that a lot of you ask me about time to time is the EM10 Mark III, and I know a lot of you have that camera now, and it's a fabulous camera. I mean, I really love it. I love the looks of it. The very subtle changes in how they in the design that I think make it even more attractive camera, which is, you know, not important. It's all subjective, but I just love the look of that camera. I mean, maybe twice as much as I like the EM10's looks. But the reason I don't get that camera is they got rid of the My Sets, you know, the custom settings where you can program the grouping settings into different buttons. I mean, you can program the function buttons and everything's still the same, but you cannot do custom settings where you have a group of settings saved into a particular place, into a button or into the mode dial, etc. For my workflow in real estate, that is critical. I could not do my real estate photography without those custom My Sets. So that's why I'm not buying the camera. It's not because of any image quality issues or focusing issues or whatever. It's probably better in every way to the EM10 Mark II, except for that one thing. And that's a deal breaker for me, unfortunately. I think for 90% of you, probably it's not a deal breaker, but for me, that's a deal breaker. But we'll see. They're going to announce two smaller cameras. Let's cross our fingers for an EM5 Mark III. That is definitely on my short list, because I really like the EM5 Mark II. To me, that's really the perfect camera. Except I can't justify getting it because I have an EM10, I have an EM1 Mark II, I have this Pen PL8. What am I going to do with an EM5 Mark II? Trying to find a shot here or some composition that will work. Gosh, this 45 really gets you up close, doesn't it? About here. Maybe. All right, everyone, so thanks again for following me along on my little photo walk and talk. I hope you enjoyed that. And you know, that last picture, I had to kind of crank up to f4 to kind of bring the background in a little bit more, but I think that's actually going to be my best picture. But I'll put them on Instagram. You guys let me know what you think. So in the meantime, check out Camera Conspiracies, and if you like these videos, let me know in the comments below and hit the subscribe button, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.